For a lot of men, they are very confused when it comes to trying to excite or entice a woman without jumping headfirst into something sexual because they don't know any other way to get to that end point. Now, although this may work for some women, I think I speak for the majority of women when I say that you've got to rev that engine before you even get to the start line to warm the car up before you press the throttle. There are a lot of ways that you can excite a woman without having to physically touch her, and a lot of the ways are very easy because women prefer an emotional connection to just a physical one. So the more connections you make with her mentally and emotionally, the easier the physical touch will be and a lot more enjoyable. So how do you excite women without actually touching them? Well, we've spoken to a fair few women ourselves and compiled some points that we feel are very important and also incredibly easy for you to take on board and use in your own life without having to break your back or step too far out of your comfort zone. So if you need a little bit of education on how to excite a woman in a non-physical way, then I suggest you settle down because class is about to begin. Like and subscribe. Listen to her. Very plain and simple, listen to what she has to say. Now, I know that you're probably thinking, what does this even mean? But it literally is what it says on the tin. If you listen to a woman when she's talking, you will learn so much that will help you later on. And women often feel like they go unheard and are ignored. So if you listen to her and show that you are listening to her, then you will automatically be in your own league. If you listen to a woman, she will tell you everything that you need to know from favourite flowers to her dream date, which means that you do not have to do any Inspector Gadget movements to find ways to impress her and make a good impression. She has already told you everything you need to know. Plan dates. Take the time and make the effort to plan a date for you and your lady that you are interested in, and you will instantly get a lot of brownie points, and this puts you in a league of your own. There's nothing worse than asking someone to do something with you and they reply with, "Sure, what do you want to do?" You want to show an active interest in planning an activity for the both of you. Now, planning a date does not have to be the most extravagant and most expensive night of your life. It's more about the principle of putting time and effort into thinking about something that you and her can do together, where you will both enjoy and create memories from. And I can guarantee you now that if you plan a date, even as minor as a little picnic in the park, a woman will be instantly more attracted to you and fall head over heels for you. The small things. The stereotype that women are very high maintenance was created by a man who didn't want to put any effort into a relationship at all, but instead wanted a shell of a woman to follow him around and cater to his life. Nowadays, hardly any woman would be happy with this scenario for several reasons. The main one being that a man thinks by doing these extravagant things, it means they don't have to put any effort into the emotional side of the relationship. Gifts do not equal love. So hopefully you will hear us when we say loud and clear, we do not expect you to move mountains for us to be happy. The small things are a lot more important to a lot of women if there is effort and emotion behind your actions. Now, what we mean by small things is taking the time and effort to apply what you know a woman likes to a small task or scenario. For instance, if you know that a woman prefers acts of service as one of her love languages, then you should know that by doing something as small as, cleaning the dishes, taking out the rubbish without having to be asked would make such a big difference to her and the way that she feels. Now, not only does this show that you have acknowledged her love language that may differ from yours, but you've done something within the household without being told to do so. Quality over quantity. The quality of the time spent with a woman massively outweighs the quantity of time. What we mean by this is that you could spend all day with a woman doing absolutely nothing. Some days this is the perfect thing if you are both exhausted and want to chill out. But in comparison to spending 4 hours doing an activity that you both enjoy and spending quality time together, the latter will win. For a lot of men, they think that buying 10 gifts is better than buying one. But in reality, if that one present has more thought behind it, then that one present is worth 20 presents in a woman's mind. As women seek an emotional and mental connection to their partner, the more effort that you make in just listening to her and spending time with her, then the better it will be for the both of you in the long run. Not only will your relationship go from strength to strength and grow, she will open up to you more and become much more comfortable with you. The element of surprise. Everyone loves a surprise every now and again. From something as little as a surprise from your partner with their favourite chocolate bar on your way home from work, all the way up to a surprise vacation or birthday party, depending on the amount of attention your partner likes. Surprising your partner shows them that you are genuinely invested in the relationship and their happiness. This is a really, really big way to excite a woman without actually touching her, because you are meeting her on a mental and emotional level without her having to ask you to do so beforehand. If a woman has to ask you to make an effort and then you make the minimum effort, this is not meeting her standards, but just doing as she is asking, which brings you up to the line. And if you want to cross the line into green territory, all you have to do is make a little bit of effort for her every now and then, and that will put you in a good position in the long run. Although it may be hard to distinguish what a woman may want from you, women are not that hard to understand on a general basis. For the most part, a lot of women prefer your time and energy to expensive gifts and unrealistic expectations. So if you take a moment to completely forget everything that the movies tell you about women, they aren't really difficult humans with high expectations who demand a lot from their partners at all. You will see that for the most part, a lot of women will tell you either straight up or indirectly exactly what they want from you, and it's not anything like the stereotype. Hollywood has led men to believe that women love expensive gifts and extraordinary date nights, when in reality all they want is their partner to listen to them and make equal effort within the relationship over the long run. This is what we like to call the bare minimum, and obviously that would be a bonus. And for the ladies that are watching, like always, if there is a way that you get excited from a man without having him touching you, then please let us know if we haven't listed it in today's video. Leave your comments below so that all women can hear your points and guys can see them and think, I need to take that on board. And please remember that all of these points are a skeleton in the dating world and may not apply to every single woman that you are dating. However, if you do take anything away from this video, it is that actively listening to your partner and making equal amounts of effort will put you in a completely new league to the rest of the men who just don't seem to care.